Greetings, everybody, and welcome to my video. Tonight, I drew a Iconic Volute. That's what that is right there. I drew it by hand using the compasses there. Very interesting. I thought I might share with you how this works here, so hopefully we can get enough light on the subject here and I can zoom in on this, maybe, if it'll let me. Okay, so this is the how you draw it. This is the pattern that you need to construct to make an Iconic Volute. Okay, so basically what I did was I started out with a 1-inch diameter circle, and then with the center lines. Okay, and then I struck this diamond shaped square in here, this that square right there. Okay, and then I struck the line from center, which would be right there. I struck this line right here and met with that line right there, and then I struck a line across from there to where it met with this line right here. So it's this one and this one from center. So there's two lines there. Okay, one is the inside volute and the other one's the outside volute, and that's what makes the Iconic Volute. Okay, so that's why there's two X's in there. Okay, and if you notice, this one here is a solid line and this one here is a dotted line. So this one here is the inside of the volute in this region, in this 90 degrees right here. Okay, this one here is a solid line and this one here is the dotted line, and this is the inside one for this 90 degrees. So this one here, the solid line here, would be the outside. And it's the same thing over here. So when you come off of your center line right here, the two lines on the top are solid, and when you come down here from center, the two lines are dashed. And I just make it like that so I can tell the difference between the two. Okay, so this dashed line that comes off of center here, if this thing will stay focused, it comes off center here, this dashed line right here, that's the inside. Same with this one, that's the inside. And then there's a distance here, and I'll show you how to get that in a minute. So after we've struck our line, come on, zoom back in there. Okay, after we've struck this line here to here, and then to here. Okay, this line right here, I just make a mark right here, and then the distance between here and the center line, I divide it into 3 spaces. Okay, so there's 2 lines there. Okay, this one and this one, and I just divide that evenly as I can. Although it looks like in here it doesn't look that even. But when you draw it, it comes out okay, because this is really hard to do this. That's why I was going to share it with you. I thought if anybody wanted to try to lay out a volute or even an Iconic Volute, this is how you do it. Because you can use the same method for just a single line volute, only you wouldn't have the dash lines here. Okay, so but it would still work the same way. You still construct this like square spiral shape. See, this is a square spiral shape that we're constructing. Okay, so after you find these distances here, then this point right here where the other X is struck off from center. So here's center line here and it's right here. So the distance from here to here, that is half of that. Okay, now you can make that bigger and strike your line right here. It's just that when you do it, your line is going to be really fat when you get up here. Okay, So this small distance in here is what controls the distance out here that we're looking at out here when we look at the whole thing. Okay, so so now we have this line right here, and we have our X here because we found center between this point and this point after we found these 3 points. Okay, so then you strike your X with your solid line on the bottom from that point on both sides. Okay, that's the bottom part of your X for the outside line. Okay, and then where this line, where you strike this line down and this line across, where that point meets, that's where you draw this line across here. Okay, and when it hits the solid line over here, you draw that line up to there till it hits that solid line right there. And then you come across to that solid line right there, down to this one, and you just keep working your way around all the solid lines until you get that thing just like that. Okay, now when you start drawing it, you're going to take your compass and you're going to set it on that point right there. That's our starting point right there. Okay, now you're going to draw the volute for this area from here to here. Okay, so you set your compass here, and then you bring it up to here, and you line your compass here with this. This is stuck on your one end there, and then you line it up right there, and then you strike your arc, and that'll give you this little piece of arc right here. Okay, so let's focus back in again. So then we're going to draw the next line. We would move the compass to this point right here. We come out to there with our lead right there at the edge. We line that up, and then we strike this line from here to here. And then we move the compass back to this point right here. We bring our lead out to this point right here, and then we strike the arc from there to there. And then the next one, we go back to this line right here. Now remember, we're working on the outside line, so we're only hitting the solid lines all the way around here, where the solid lines intersect. Not these dashed ones here, here, there, or there. Okay, just the solid lines. That'll give us the outside volute. And we just keep working our way around. If we come to here, okay, then we strike our line from here, where it lines up at. You set your compass, and then put it on there, and then draw the arc in there. Okay, so you just keep working it all the way around until you get out to the end. Now when you first draw this, let's get this to focus here. Don't want to focus. Why not? See if I can get it to. Oh man, it just doesn't want to focus at all, does it? Maybe if I zoom out on it and just bring the camera closer, huh? Okay, well, I don't know, maybe you can see that. Okay, now if you notice here, this is actually where I began, but I wanted to put another row, another volute out there. I wanted to extend it out a little bit more. So after I did everything else, I come back to this point right here, and then I struck a line down there. Well, first I come over here and I put the same distance that I have in here, and then I struck the line from there across, because this is its center. So I just struck this line out and this line out, and then where this one intersected, I just drew it backwards to that one, and where it intersected there, I went to that one, and then I just kept working my way out bigger, and I got an extra. Well, actually, I just put this piece right here on. The original volute ended there. Now I have this I actually wrapped around a little extra here, but if I continue my volute around here, I'm going to blow off the paper here eventually. When I get up to here, I just ended it right there. But I wanted to show you, you can just, since right here is where we started originally, this is the outer port. You can just keep making that bigger and bigger and bigger, and just keep wrapping it around and keep making it bigger, and just make your volute as big as you want. I mean, you can make the thing 10 feet in diameter if you wanted to, if you had a big enough drawing surface. I guess if you wanted to make a crop circle or something like that, you could probably use something like this to make a crop circle if you wanted to. That'd be interesting. But that's how you draw an iconic volute. She doesn't want to clear up here at all. I don't know why. Crappy phone. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you can see all my punch marks from my compass. In each one of those points there, those are all those punch marks there and there. So this one here is a solid line, that's the outside, this is the dotted line. So these punch marks here represent the inside volute, these represent the outside volute. This is where I was saying where I started at, but then I just kept pushing it around and making it bigger, and I only ended up putting this one, this ought to here on there, to get me to as big as I am right there. Oops, I just dropped my teaspoon. So I'll zoom back out here so I can get the whole thing in. So that's it right there, and that is on an 18 by 22 piece of paper there. So that's how big that thing is. Let me get my scale over here. So if we go to there, from there to there, it's a little over a foot across there. Of course, my center line is at almost 7 inches, so it's not quite centered. If I was to center it, the 6 inch on the center line, I get 12 there, and it hangs off there because it's a volute. Okay, so, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.